Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com. It is the Friday edition of Today in Sports Betting, doing it MLB style. And we're pretty excited. We're coming down to the last week of the season, Scott. This will it seems like just yesterday the season got started. You know what I'm saying?
It feels that way. I'm sure the season's already over for a lot of starting pitchers because there's been a lot of injuries that have gone on with people's arms. But, yeah, baseball has managed to stay afloat after a couple of dangerous COVID outbreaks in the start of the year that made you think the whole thing was going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Have I been a fan of the season? I think it's been okay. I think 162 is too many games. I think a regular season should be around, I'd say, 112. I think 112 is a decent number. But at 60, they had to do whatever they could. You had a lot of double headers. I don't like the 7 innings. I don't like the runner on second base to start extras. But all things considered, it's been fine, and I feel like that's all you can really ask for in a last-ditch effort to save the season. So I think it's been fine. You?
Yeah, I'm a fan. There's been a couple of surprises, but for the most part, it's gone about the way that it was predicted, and it's gone about the way it would have gone after 162, I feel, Scott. There's been, like I said, there's been a couple of surprises. The Giants, obviously the Marlins have been the biggest surprise because, you know, everybody picked them to perhaps be the worst team in baseball.
Well, the Orioles have finally started to implode, but they hung around for a while.
Yeah, Orioles early. They were
Same with the Tigers early. Both those teams have completely fallen apart.
Yeah, both of them are actually under they are 7 games under 500 right now. So
yeah, they both completely fell apart.
But and everybody thought the Marlins were going to fall apart as well, and they did not. So they find themselves comfortably. If you can be as comfortably, they're comfortably in the playoffs right now, and you know they've got another series with the Braves. So
is there anything that you actually do like about the new rules that the MLB has instituted? I'm assuming you also dislike the 7 innings for the doubleheaders.
You know, yeah, from a fan standpoint, I do. I know
it's a practicality perspective. It makes sense. I'm talking about just assuming everything's back to normal. You would not want to have 7-inning doubleheaders, correct?
I'll tell you this. I'd be more okay with 7-inning doubleheaders than I would be with a runner on second.
Okay. I can agree with that. I think the runner on second stuff is just complete, just ridiculousness. But
you can't put a team, you know, a base hit away from taking the lead in extra innings.
I understand why they did it because they want to shorten the games. But for a normal situation, I hate that rule. But the one thing I do like that nobody's talking about is the fact the NL has a full-time DH, and I feel like nobody has been that outraged by it.
No.
And I've been calling for a DH for a while. As a Yankees fan, I've seen countless pitchers get injured running the base paths, and I'm thinking to myself, why are we making them run? They're going to strike out about 90% of the time they're up. Why are we even bothering here?
I like the strategy aspect of the pitcher hitting. I think it's I also like it when I'm playing that first 5 under, and you get that pitcher spot come up in the bottom.
You mean on first and third, 2 outs, and they're going to intentionally walk the 8th guy to pitch to the pitcher?
Yep. Bottom of the 5th. Here comes the pitcher, second time through the order. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and you're feeling good about that under, man.
Give him a boat paddle. He's got no shot of hitting the ball. But yeah, I can understand that. But I don't know. For me, people were complaining about it, saying how the NL is special and makes it unique because the pitcher is batting. I don't think anybody has cared. I like 9 hitters. I find it more entertaining that way. And when the pitcher is going to get out roughly 90% of the time, I find it boring. So for me, I'm happy that you actually have 9 batters now. And I'm curious if the NL will fully implement the DH moving forward. I have to assume so, right?
I have no idea.
I don't know, but I don't think they're going to go back to a pitcher. That's just my thought.
I honestly don't. All right, so we got a lot of games to get through here.
That was a brief talk about just the summary of the season. But,
I know. Because we talked about, just having a week to go as the series, the season ends a week from Sunday. So
yeah, my only takeaway is that the one thing I actually do like about the new rules here is the NL having a DH. The rest, you can go back to normal.
Okay, fair enough. So we're kicking off, Scott, with it's funny you should mention it because we've got a boatload of doubleheaders today.
That's why I brought it up, but yeah.
Yeah, we've got four doubleheader contests, and kick it off with a game 1 here is going to be the Cardinals. the Cardinals and the Pirates. This is one of those weird ones where the Pirates are going to be the home team for game one. The Cardinals are going to be the home team for game number two.
I'm going with the over.
First game. 6.5, Scott, is your total here as we see Carlos Martinez square off with Trevor Williams.
Thank you.
Dude, what am I missing? Carlos Martinez, 10.32 ERA, a whip of 2.1. Trevor Williams, the good pitcher in this matchup, 6.35 ERA with a whip of 1.63.
I'm not going to ask. I know that the Cardinals have not been hitting the ball too well lately, and the Pirates' offense has been pretty underwhelming as a whole. Yeah. Both these pitchers are just not good. I can't rely on either pitcher. You're telling me that both teams need to get to 3 runs?
They're dreadful. Between these two teams, between these two pitchers, Scott, they've made 12 starts. Their teams have won one time.
Something's got to give. But, yes, it's a matter of you're basically giving me a team total for both teams, worst-case scenario of 3. Because if it goes to 3-3, you get extras and you automatically win. So, yeah, give me the over.
It's not even 7. It's 6.5.
That's what I'm saying. You get an auto win if it's 3-3. So, yeah, I'll take the over on that one.
You know, I'm with you. I don't hate taking the Pirates if you've got 2 terrible pitchers. I'm getting the Pirates at plus 156. You know,
it actually brings up another question that I have to ask since there's only a week left. We're approaching the Twitter tout must-win situation angle that you're going to be hearing about for the next week and a half in baseball. And you know what I'm talking about, but we have to talk about it because you're going to see a ton of people on Twitter or just handicappers in general who are going to say, take this team, it's a must-win situation. And that's going to be the only logic that they're going to be using for the handicap a game. And I have to ask you if that holds any water because I don't think it does.
No, and statistically it does not. The must-win scenarios are an absolute non-factor.
I'm assuming you agree you're going to see a ton of those over the next week and a half?
Yes, because that's what people lean on. Oh, they have to win, so they will. And that implies one big thing, Scott, and that implies
that they're trying harder now than they did at any other
game.
Yes,
that's exactly correct. I know we've talked about it before. It implies that now these guys are really going to try. It's the same thing with clutch hitting. There is no such thing as clutch hitting. Guys either hit or they don't. Now, are they in positions to see better pitches sometimes with men on base and see more strikes? Absolutely. Does that explain why sometimes they have a higher average in clutch situations? Yes, it does. Are they trying harder and playing better in clutch situations? No, they're not. That's also bullshit. There's no clutch hitting. And there's no must-win scenarios that increase a team's chance of winning, period.
Yeah, but overall, anyway, so that's why.
Do you want me to have a stronger take on that or no?
No, I can't really disagree with that. I think that the one argument you could make for clutch hitting is the fact that maybe the pitchers are just more nervous than the batter, which might benefit the batter in those situations, potentially. So it's more of a mental thing.
But sure, there's a number of factors that you could bring into play there. But one of those factors is not a batter trying harder or being better.
The effort is not one of those factors.
Right.
So that part I agree with. But in terms of the actual just must-win angle, I'm trying to think why else the Cardinals would be this big of a favorite with Martinez on the mound, besides the fact that the Pirates stink and the fact that the Cardinals are kind of in must-win territory because they're still in the hunt and they're again, fourth place in the national NL Central.
Here's where a cousin to must-win scenarios maybe comes into play, and that has to do with the personnel that they're playing. So when you have two teams that are different at different points in their season, where the Cardinals are right in the thick of the race, the Pirates are not.
They might just think the Pirates are going to roll over.
Well, they're more likely to put in non-competitive players and more likely to take a look at youngsters. To maybe let a pitcher work through some things where normally if they were playing in a must-win game, they'd bring in the bullpen and things like that. So, yeah, in baseball, Scott, the must-win thing, it does come into play a little bit because of the manager moves that they make. Sometimes they will start managing like it's a little tighter, a little more like the playoffs, so they may make more moves where every manager turns into Terry Francona all of a sudden with the bullpen. So, that can factor in. You do have to look at motivation. And I think that's more important than a must-win scenario.
I think motivation's a tricky one as well, because if you're talking about the bad teams bringing up the younger guys, they're going to be motivated to make an impression to make the roster next year.
That's true. And you have to, obviously if they have the skill.
That's why you always have one or two teams in September that are all the way out of it, and then they'll still win like 8 of their last 10 because they bring up a bunch of youngsters who are motivated to try to make an impression.
Royals are notorious for that. Royals
every year. You have one or two teams
Royals
that
are
try to play
notorious for going 18-12 in September and giving everybody hope.
But you know what I'm talking about. You have one or two teams every single year where you're going, well, they're 30 out of it, but they've won 7 straight. And it's like, why? It's like they called up a bunch of young guys who are, like, hungry to make an impact. And I feel like that's going to happen again. And
so let's take all that out of this one. Let's just say everybody on this team is motivated to hit at every at-bat.
I'm leaning over anyway.
Got to play over 6.5 in this one. You want to take a little sprinkle on the Pirates? I wouldn't be mad at you at plus 156 as a straight fade of Carlos Martinez.
Yeah.
Phillies and Toronto from the beautiful shores of was that Lake Superior? No, I don't know. What lake is Buffalo on there?
Lake Buffalo. I don't know. It's not Lake Placid, I'll tell you that much.
Listen, I'm rooting for the Alligators. Phillies.
I'm going to sound like a broken record. I'm going with the over again.
Small favorite here, minus 109. Blue Jays minus 101.
How can I not go with the over again?
Oh, they're sending our old buddy to the mound. It's Robbie Ray, Scott.
Well, it's not even just Robbie Ray. You might wonder why I'm not just taking the Phillies. And the answer is because the Phillies bullpen just can't hold the lead to save their lives. They just can't do it.
They're pretty. What do you call it? Pretty bad is what
they're pretty bad. If you want to know a fun stat that I heard yesterday on the MLB Network, if you want to look at the Phillies' record right now, they are 24-25, which means that they have played 49 games. They're below 500. Do you want to guess how many games out of those 49 have they been leading at any point?
Oh, 39.
42.
Nice.
They've been leading in 42 of 49 games, and they're below 500.
That's some bad relief pitching right there, brother.
It's awful. So the point is, even if Robbie Ray's terrible, I can't trust the Phillies to hold the lead, so I'm going to go with the over.
Here's the thing. Robbie Ray has actually been, dare I say it, decent lately.
Competent? It doesn't matter for me. He's going to walk so many guys that I just can't back him at all.
He does. Yeah, he does give out some free passes, but over his last 5, he's got an ERA of about 4.5.
What's his whip?
It ain't going to be good.
That's what I'm telling you.
I don't have ER up, but he's got. I'll tell you real quick. He got 11, 17, 22, and 32, 41. He's got 41 hits, 41 men on base over 14, 18, 23. So yeah, your whip's still going to be 1.7, something
not
like
good.
That. Still not good. He still is. He's still striking out a ton of guys, and that gets him out of some trouble.
Once again, though, we're talking about a situation where both teams score 3, you win. So I'm going with the over because I kind of have to.
Yeah, that is the nice part. You get the 3-3 win when you. I got it at 7.
I see 6.5 around.
Okay. Yeah, I got it at 7. Seriously, juiced to the under. I don't know who's betting these games, Scott. Good God.
Yeah, I see 6.5. So I'm going to use 6.5 as a line here. I'm going with the over.
Okay, good. All right, very good. I have no confidence in either one of these pitchers. Over has to be the play. Game 2 of the Pirates Cards.
Do you have a line on that? Because I don't.
I do have a line on that one. It is it's Cards minus 160 and 7 is the total.
Cardinals are minus 160 with Ponce de Leon on the mound.
Yeah. How much does that hurt? I'm trying to see. What's the matchup there? Oh, there it is. Chad Kuhl and Ponce de Leon.
Yeah.
You know what? I got to look at something here. I thought Chad Kuhl has actually been.
He's been okay.
No, he hasn't. No, 6.14 ERA.
Yeah,
got blasted his last time out. That's the deal. I knew he'd been decent, and then he gave up. Oh, that's right. The Royals got to him. That's who the Royals bashed. He gave up 9 earned and 2 1/3 to the Royals. Yeah, that'll jack up your old ERA there.
I think I'm leaning to the over again in this one.
He was very good against the Cardinals, man. He gave up He gave up 1 earned over 6 innings to the Cardinals.
Do you believe, though, that the second meeting tends to favor the batter?
No.
You don't believe that?
No. I think it depends on the pitcher. I really do.
I don't know. I think the Cardinals will put up more of an effort against Chad Kuhl in this spot, but fair enough.
Okay. Ponce de Leon has not been awful here. Giving up 2 earned.
Lately, he's still 0-3 with a 6+ ERA, but yeah.
I know. Yeah, he struggled early.
I'm just going to lean over because I don't see much value on any play here, so I'm going to go with the over.
I'll take the dogs. I'll take a firm shot with the dog here. Plus 148. I have no comment. I'm not laying 160 at Ponce de Leon. No chance.
Okay.
All right, there you go. And now we're moving on to a 9-inning game. Hey, that'll be fun. As the Chicago White Sox take on the Cincinnati Reds. There's 2 teams that shouldn't have any problem with motivation, Scott. Reds, actually the favorite in this one, minus 116. And 9 is your total. And that's
I'm taking the White Sox.
Jonathan Stiver goes for the Sox against TJ Antone.
Well, Stiver's more of an opener. He is an opener, but he's a decent ERA. It's mostly a bullpen day for the White Sox. But the White Sox are 16-7 on the road. They have the best record in the American League. The Reds, I know that they're still in the hunt. They're currently in possession of second place, which is rather shocking because
nobody wants to win that division.
Correct. I'm just saying because top 2 make the playoffs. So the fact that you have a team with a losing record who's in position to get an automatic playoff berth is kind of just a summary of how bad the NL Central is. But the White Sox have just been the much better team. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the White Sox here. Again, the White Sox is a dog, and they're the best team in the American League.
I do like the Sox here. The Sox have a solid bullpen. The bullpen is pitched well all year, and that's kind of the currency of the day. This is a bullpen that's got a 2.87 ERA on the road, so they're not afraid of throwing out a bullpen game there. I'll take the White Sox in their pen against TJ.
I kind of have to. I mean, we've talked a couple of times about the spot with some teams. Like we have the Twins at home, for example, and they're like plus 110. We talk about conceptually, you kind of have to take it because it's a great deal.
Right.
The White Sox at plus money against a team with a losing record. I don't know how I'm not supposed to take this.
No. If that's a sucker bet, call me real.
Yeah, I'm going to take it. It is what it is.
Braves Mets. Mets have a dreams of making the playoffs. Perhaps
not even dreams. The NL East is so bad; they're still alive.
Yeah, they're 3 games back of the Marlins. It looks like 500 is going to get you that 3rd spot. The Giants are currently 1 over. They're in. The Phillies are 1 under. They're in. So yeah, the Mets still have playoff aspirations here.
They're a game and a half out right now.
What's that?
They're a game and a half out right now.
Yeah, this is a game that actually means something here. Braves big favorites minus 154. Mets plus 142.
Yeah, I think the Braves should be bigger favorites here.
Max Fried, baby, Max Fried.
Well, look who he's against.
Yeah, I know. He's Steven Matz has been absolutely dreadful. Fried, we've talked a lot about him. Atlanta had won 8 starts in a row till his last time out when he gave up 3 earned and over 5 innings, and they put him on the shelf, didn't they? He's just
he was injured for a bit.
Yeah, he's just coming off the injury list. This is for his first start. I don't like laying big numbers, Scott, but I will make an exception here. Minus 154 on the Braves seems like a fine play to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Matz has been dreadful. Another one of these guys that I constantly rail about that's still hasn't missed a start in the rotation, and he has an ERA of 9.
Yeah,
that is something you never have seen up at this point. You don't see.
No, they would have been sent down middle of July.
Regular pitchers with 7, 8, 9 ERAs that have made whatever 12.
He's either being moved to the bullpen or he's being sent to AAA if it was a game this season.
Yeah. The Mets are 0-5 and Matz starts. Braves 8-1. Max Fried starts.
Yeah.
I see no value here on anything but the Braves. You could take Braves over 4.5. Minus 126 if you wanted to pay.
That's an option, but I do want a piece of Fried because he's just that good.
Yeah. Agreed. Just a little better on the juice. You're just paying minus 126 there.
Yep.
And Indians and Tigers. Scott, we talked a little bit about this one.
Well, I have a play today on this one, so I'm going to pass.
Okay, good enough. I'll take a look at it as we've got the Cleveland Indians sending Zach Plesac to the mound against Michael Fulmer for the Tigers. As you might expect, Cleveland Indians are big favorites here, minus 218, plus 198 for Detroit. And Scott, I know what your play of the day is, so I'm not going to take that, but I do like it. I will say that it'll probably be my pick. I will also play. I'll play for this one. I'll play under 8.5. You know what?
Under 8.5 with Fulmer.
Yeah, I'll play. I'll play Tigers under 3.5. How about that?
Okay. I was just saying it makes sense if you want to take the under with Plesac on the mound. I get.
I know
being on the mound's a dicey one.
Well, it's kind of a fate of the Indians' the Indians' offense, which
fair.
Still isn't great, but yeah, they could certainly they have the capability of putting up runs against a bad pitcher, and Michael Fulmer is just that. Yankees Red Sox, Scott. God, I guess we're going to see this one on Sunday Night Baseball. That's great news. Spoiler alert, by the way. Here's a bulletin for all you Yankees fans. The rest of the country doesn't care, and we hate you. So just so you know that.
Fair point. I just know that I said the Yankees are going to run. They haven't lost since. So I said that about a week ago, and they're 8-0. They're 7-0 ever since I said it. So
I'm going to have a drinking game, and every time you bring that up, I'm going to do a shot.
I have to bring it up.
You bring that up every show.
You don't understand. Until they lose, I'm going to keep bringing it up because I'm superstitious that way. That's how it works.
Okay.
You're still trying to catch Tampa, so I still got motivation to try to keep them in line. I'm going Yankees team total over.
Yankees send Jordan Montgomery to the mound against Martin Perez.
Forget about the pitching matchup. Yankees scored at least 10 runs each of the last 3 games. I'll take the team total over.
And you're getting, I'm assuming it's going to be 5.5 here. No, it's 6.5. How about that, buddy?
It was at 5.5, like minus 130 last night, but I guess I went to 6.5.
It did. That total went to 10.5. Give me Yankees on the run line minus 140.
Okay, that works.
That's got this home run. It has to stop at some point.
That's what you think.
Rays, Orioles, Scott. Rays, they clinched playoff berth yesterday. Now they're aiming for the division, minus 201, plus 184 for the Birds.
What's the Rays on the run line by any chance?
130.
And what's the Orioles team total?
3.5.
And what's the juice?
Juiced under 142.
That sucks. Yeah, I'll take the Rays run line.
Rays on the one line, minus 1.5, minus 130.
You're getting about 70 cents of saving juice there, which is not bad. And Glasnow has been really good lately, so I'll go with Glasnow.
Glasnow going up against Cobb. Glasnow is they've won his last 6 starts.
He's been really good. So yeah.
And yeah, he started off the season not good, although he has been fantastic his last time out, Scott. He went to 7 innings last time, gave up 4 earned.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Rays keep winning with him. So the results have been really good, and Tampa swept the doubleheader yesterday. Baltimore's completely in free fall. And I'll back the hotter team that just clinched a playoff berth that's still fighting for a division title, as opposed to the team that's completely imploded. So I'll go with the Rays run line.
Yeah, Alex Cobb has not been been good lately. He's been they've lost his last 2 starts. He hasn't been able to get out. He hasn't been able to get into the 5th, giving up 4 and giving up 9 runs over his last 8.
Yeah.
Yep. I think you take the hotter team, hotter pitcher with more to play for right here. Give me the Rays on the run line. They are the visiting team. So there's a good. You're catching 71 cents of value there on a team that actually scores a lot more runs than people think they do.
Yep.
You think of the Rays, you think of pitching, and
well, Glasnow can pitch, so it's a decent balance between the two.
Well, yeah, but the Rays are actually putting up 5 runs a game. Their offense has been.
Yeah, offensively they've been hitting, and Cobb has been struggling, so it makes sense to me.
Here's a fun game to play. Can you name 3 Tampa Bay Rays batters?
Yes, I can. They still have Kiermaier, even though he's not much of a hitter.
Okay.
They still have Lowe. You have Choi. You have Satsugo.
Okay.
I I can probably name a couple more, but I don't
But
know.
you're kind of cheating because you get to see him play the Yankees, so you get to see a lot of games with the Rays. I feel like
No, it's mostly just because I've been paying attention to the Rays for a while because they've been really good for a while.
I feel like most of America could not name 3 Rays non-pitchers.
Probably not. But
I think you'd get to Kiermaier, the Korean guy with fat cheeks, and that one guy that plays third base that hits pretty well.
oh yeah, they also have what's his name?
Yeah, they do.
They have Brosseau, who got into that scuffle with the Yankees a couple weeks ago.
There you go.
Not bad. But yeah.
All right, so now the one we've been waiting for, Scott. It's the Royals.
They got Hunter Renfroe.
Congratulations.
I'm just saying. I'm just naming people who people might know. Hunter Renfroe is a name that's been around for a while.
I think people had no idea Hunter Renfroe plays for.
They probably thought he was still in San Diego, but still.
Yeah, I think they might know who he is. I don't think they would. Okay, Scott. I got to talk about this game. It's the Royals and the Brewers, and this is the situation.
Your team is on fire.
Huh?
Your team is on fire right now.
Well, not even that. It's Duffy against Adrian Hauser.
Hauser's not been good, but just from a general trend perspective, the Royals en fuego. Los Royals en fuego.
Yeah, they've been playing good baseball, but I want to talk about Hauser, Scott, because this guy
he kills you.
He's consistently overbet.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. I don't understand him, and I don't understand the dude who pitched in Korea last year, the other pitcher for them.
Wait, he's still in Milwaukee or no?
For Milwaukee, yeah.
Burns?
No,
he's been very good.
No. The guy they brought over that's constantly.
Oh, Lindblom.
Lindblom, yeah, exactly. I think that there's 2 pitchers for Milwaukee that are consistently overvalued. It's Lindblom, and it is Adrian Hauser. I just don't see it, Scott.
I wrote an article about this for Winners and Whiners, so check out that piece. But spoiler alert, I leaned Royals. Just a matter of Duffy's actually been pretty good lately.
Yes.
Been inconsistent, and Hauser has not been good.
This is an absolute no-brainer.
I have to play it.
We
always do the percentages to talk about here, and if you're going through the pitching matchup with the current form of the teams, I think you can argue this game's a coin flip.
Yes, yeah, and you're catching the Royals at 3-2.
Yeah,
you're getting time and a half on your money all day long.
I gotta lean that way.
Good. Give me the Royals plus 149. Royals over 3.5. Whatever you want to do. Either one of those are fine bets.
I'm the Royals will win this game 5-3.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Diamondbacks and Stros, Scott. Astros minus 160.
Well, I wrote an article about this. I wrote an article for Winners and Whiners on this game as well. I leaned Astros and I leaned to the under. I was at 8. I see it's at 7.5 now in some spots. I got 8, so I'm going to lean to under 8.
It's the battle of the Zacks. It's Zack attack. Greinke and Gallen going up against each other. Gallen having a very good season, as is Zach Greinke. Although Greinke, 3.77 ERA, not extremely Greinke-like numbers. But Houston, it's been a monster at home. Very, very good home record. In fact, they have the best home record. Them and Oakland have the best home record in the American League, and they have the worst road record in baseball. So, you got to go with the veteran here. I don't like the.
I love Gallen. I love Gallen, but him and Greinke have been kind of similar because they were both really good early in the year, and their last 2 starts have not been that good. But if you watch the Astros series against Texas, wow, their offense fell apart. They couldn't hit the ball against Texas.
Can I get a first 5 under 4? Yeah, how about give me first 5 under 4 here, Scott?
I'll join you there. I'll take the under.
Good enough. Rockies and Dodgers.
I have undecided pitching for the Dodgers.
Oh, that was a heartbreaker yesterday, as I had the under 11.5, and
you got the 12.
The Dodgers put up 9 runs there. And
yeah, I just leaned Dodgers, and that worked out.
Who we got for you have no pitchers?
I have no pitcher for the Dodgers. I have Castellani pitching for the Rockies.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have. So we'll pass on that one. I like how they still put out a price though. They still say, whatever random pitcher the Dodgers are out there, we're gonna make the Dodgers minus 177.
I'm still leaning Dodgers.
Okay.
It's
All right.
I can't not lean Dodgers. I mean, it's the Rockies are just not good.
13 is the total. You have any interest in that?
I don't know his pitching, so no. No, I do not. Maybe a Dodgers team total, since I know his pitching.
Oh, I don't know who's pitching. Give me the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I don't know who's pitching, so I don't want to touch the total.
Yeah, because there is a chance though, because I have more faith in the Dodgers bats than the Rockies bats, so I kind of want to know who's pitching, because then the Rockies have a better chance of getting shut down than the Dodgers do. It makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Here's a possible World Series preview, Scott, as the Twins and Cubs go at it. I'm just
Possible World Series preview. Okay.
I wouldn't getting past the Dodgers.
Get off your high horse a little bit, but okay.
Yeah, Twins have to get past the Yankees and the Cubs have to get past the Dodgers. Good luck for that to happen. Twins.
I'm going to lean first 5 under here. I know the total's at 7. It's a classic Wrigley game where the wind's blowing in about 20 miles an hour. Both pitchers pitch to contact. You're not going to get heavy contact here because the wind's blowing in. I'll go first 5 under. This game has such a 2-1 first 5 situation going.
Rich Hill and Kyle Hendricks go at it. By the way, Kyle Hendricks has found his mojo lately, giving up just 4 earned runs over his last 3 starts. That covers.
Yeah. I think you'll agree, though. Anytime you see a total of 7 at Wrigley, you know where the wind's blowing. So I'll go with the first 5 under.
Has to be blowing in.
Oh no! Like I looked it up. It's a lot of wind coming in.
I haven't seen a lot of overs at Wrigley. I haven't seen a lot of wind blowing out, which you would normally see during the summer, and I haven't seen it. This is going to be a very blustery kind of a Chicago day with the wind blowing in off the lake there. And yeah, you're right, Scott. There's going to be mid-teens as far as the wind goes, and that makes a hell of a difference.
First 5 under. I'm in.
Yeah. What do we got it at?
I don't know, but I see the full game total 7, so I'm assuming 3.5.
3.5 is probably going to be it. Yeah, under 3.5. You get a little love on that at plus 100, Scott. As Hendricks and Rich Hill go at it. Sure. All right, I'll play that with you. Give me the.
I kind of have to, right? It's the wind and both pitchers pitch to contact, and the contact should be pretty weak tonight.
Yeah, going to be knocking it down for sure. Rangers and Angels. So what happens when both teams are out of it?
How many times are the Angels going to lay minus 180? How many times do we have to go? I know they won yesterday. Congratulations. Let's have a parade. How many times are you going to lay minus 180 with a team that's fighting for last place in the NL West?
How many times am I going to lay it? 0.
No, how many times are people going to lay it?
I don't know.
Where's the money coming in on? Where's the money coming from?
I don't know if there's a lot of LA money or whatever it is.
Now, I know that the Rangers stink. I know that the Rangers are awful on the road. I know they can't hit. They did nothing against the Astros in all 3 games. I get it. You can't lay minus 185 with the Angels. Not
against Jimmy Herget. No way.
Jimmy Herget is no, I never heard of him. But just conceptually, we're going by percentages again. I don't have faith in the Angels beating any team about, 60% of the time?
No.
I don't have any faith in that. So, no.
Herget's actually been decent. He's got a 3.45 ERA.
I don't know if it's Herget or if it's going to be Benjamin, but it's going to be some pitcher who most people don't know.
Well, you've got.
And Barry has been fine, but it's worth mentioning though. They've played 6 times this season. Do you know how many meetings Texas has won?
5.
5. They're 5-1.
All right, so
I don't know if that matters for head-to-head, but if you're giving me a plus 170 or give or take, and the team's 5-1 against the opposition, that's a pretty good deal.
So just to recap, Jaime Barria is a minus 184 favorite.
He has a 3-point-something ERA, so he's actually been decent, but Texas.
But he's pitched out of the pen most of the year.
For the most part, it's a matter of Texas is 5-19 on the road. They are awful on the road. But conceptually speaking, I cannot take the Angels at minus 180. I can't do it.
Nope. You're in the Rangers.
Actually, question: what's the run line on the Rangers?
Minus 122.
That sucks. Okay, never mind. I'll just go with the Texas money line.
Yep. Okay. Giants and A's, the battle of the Bay. Once again, A's big favorites here, minus 157. Giants pedaling as fast as they can. They send Logan Webb to the mound against Chris Bassett for the Oakland Athletics. Logan Webb, Scott, not good, but he was decent. His last time out went 4 innings, gave up just 1. He's not going to go long, I don't think.
Bassett's been pretty good this year.
He did have 1 7-inning appearance. Bassett has been good. 2.92 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. The team is 6-3 in his starts. By the way, 5-5 in Logan Webb's 10 starts.
I'm just going with Oakland. It's a matter of it's not really a great price, but Bassett's clearly been better. The Giants are 9-15 on the road. Oakland is one of the best records at home. I got to lean to Oakland.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bassett's given up just 1 earned over his last 13 innings. That covers 2 starts. He's going to go deep and he's going to go well. Give me the Athletics minus 157. Scott, what's your number where you don't like to lay the juice?
It really depends on the matchup, but this Giants team's actually been playing decently lately. But anything, I'd say under, I think 175 is decent value. You?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think there's a lot of things that point to the A's, and number 1 of them being at home, number 2 better pitcher on the mound. So yeah. Finishing up, Scott, with the Mariners.
You're taking your boy, so I don't really have to ask you what you're going to be doing with this match.
Mariners, and this is actually going to be in San Diego. Am I right on that?
I'm actually not sure about that.
I believe they moved this game to San Diego because of the wildfires.
That would not surprise me, but I truthfully did not even know that until you brought it up.
Yeah.
It is in Petco. That is correct.
So the Mariners are technically the home team. They're in Petco. But, that is down in San Diego. So,
what's the Padres team total over?
Padres team total over is 4.5.
Yeah, give me the over.
I didn't even get to see the matchup.
They're at their home ballpark, so they have home field advantage for the most part, and they get 9 at-bats guaranteed. And they're against your favorite pitcher.
Paddock is going up against the Cooch, Kikuchi. Paddock is,
he's been very, very shaky, so I'm not going to get involved with him. I'm just going to take the phenomenal Padres offense and just ride them.
Well, and he had some injury problems. He won just 2 innings last time before they pulled him. I think he had some stiffness and something.
What's the juice on the Padres team total over?
Minus 129.
That's a hell of a deal. They're like minus 180 something in the money line, and you don't even know how long Paddock's going to pitch. So, yeah, I'll go with the Padres team total over.
Fun fact, Kikuchi actually has a better whip than Paddock does.
Fun fact.
Kikuchi with a 1.18 whip.
Yeah, I'll remember that when I take the Padres team total over.
You know what? He deserves better, buddy.
That's what you think. Then you take the Mariners. You probably will.
Plus 170? Yeah.
I had a feeling you were going to do that.
I'll take the Mariners, not knowing how long Paddock's going to pitch. You got the Cooch in there. Why not? I think we're going to have one more Cooch start after this. I'm running out of Cooch, buddy.
The Padres are also 11 games over 500 at home, so I just like how they play at Petco. So
they're on the road.
Technically.
But give me the home team. Give me the Mariners.
I just think 4.5 is too low of a total for the Padres, especially with how they've been performing lately. I think you'll agree with me. The Padres offense is too good.
That's not a terrible bet. I might even fade it with that, but that's not. The
Padres offense is too good, and you're giving me 4.5. That's just a good deal.
All right, give me the Mariners just to be contrarian here. Give me the Mariners plus 170. I'll take.
I'm surprised you're not talking about the Mariners team total potentially.
3.5.
You don't know when Paddock's going to pitch.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm getting plus 103 at 3.5. Might play that as well.
I think that play would be worth it anyway, because if Paddock ends up being pulled after 3 innings, you're getting plus money anyway. Paddock has not been that great this year, and he might be on a pitch count or something if he's actually dealing with some type of injury.
You're right. Okay, there we go. That's a card.
Cool.
All right, so we'll be back to recap that later tonight as we do our Saturday baseball show.
Oh, we got a bonus show we got to get through.
We do. You're absolutely right. Everybody, just click that next video. It's going to be Scott and I with our favorite 3 college football plays from the weekend. Spoiler alert: we got off to a We got off to a rousing start last week as we both started off 1-2.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if we're gonna recap any of the losses, but that Texas Tech over is still eating at me.
Oh, that sounds like something we would exactly do. So make sure you tune in for that. And of course, make sure you check out winnersandwhiners.com for all the up-to-date information on each and every game here on the card. It's an invaluable resource. And hey, if you want to find out why Paddock left the last game after pitching 2 innings, I want to check out Winners and Whiners. We probably should have done that. But for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Whiners, we appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks very much for watching. Hope all of your tickets cash today. And you know what? We'll see you next time on Today in Sports Betting. Take care, everybody.